Let's start it off, mate. We're from Canning Town, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're starting.
Where do you want to start? What school did you go?
Eastleigh for about 3-4 years.
Yeah.
I got thrown out of there.
Yeah.
I think we went community links for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I was just a little shit.
No, you was a little shit still.
I was a little shit, but I had my karma come back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've grown up. Obviously, I used to
rock college and all that?
Yeah, for about a month, bro. It was in Raynham, you know what I'm saying? I was just having aggro with everyone from everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So,
why though?
Because I was just a little fucking terror.
I know him because, see, at my generation, he was like 2 generations lower than man. And he was crud. Do you know like that? Why did he do that? One of them kids, you
know,
get
the thing is, there was no reason for me to be like that, you know what I'm saying? I grew up, I had a good family behind me, my dad worked from day dot, you know what I'm saying?
When you was growing up, was your mum and dad together?
Yeah, all that, they're still together now, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, like, you speak to Dan or anyone around the manor, bro, everyone used to call my dad Terminator. You know, like, he was always in a suit. You know, like, everyone from the manor, their dads was either painter and decorators, and that. My dad was security, bro, so you see him in a suit, he come down the road shouting at me, like, where's that little shit? Everyone's running, they're like, Terminator's coming, bro, so everyone's just ducking out, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, obviously growing up in the manor, jumped on the music thing when I was about 15. Obviously my time there was when everyone was doing grime. So it started with me producing. I was in school. My music teacher used to have Fruity Loops in music. Once he showed me that, that was it. School went out the window. Man, I used to be in maths, I'd get kicked out, sent to music because I knew I could go and sit in there, just sit on there, do you know what I mean? Start making beats. That's all I wanted to know. I didn't want to do Romeo and fucking maths, you know what I'm saying? I could just about count to 100. I just wanted to do the music, bro, you know what I'm saying? And obviously...
Where's the music come from in your life though?
Do you know what? I don't even really...
Certain man has an ear for it. Because when you're a DJ, you hear different things.
Yeah, but these times I wasn't even DJing, you know what I'm saying? I never touched a deck in my life. It was producing it. Like, I used to live near Dizzle Kid and Badness and that, you know what I'm saying? So I used to look out my window, they're all doing music videos, you know what I'm saying? They're all rapping. I used to sit there like throwing stones at them, like, winding them up there, and they're chasing me around on the camera. But yeah, I used to watch it and I was interested in it. So I started making beats. When I started making beats, I tried to rap on that as well because everyone was doing it and there weren't many white boys that were rapping at them times. We only had like Scratchy and Devlin and that. I tried to do it for a little bit and I didn't like it, you know what I mean? But I stuck with the producing. Yeah, but then...
What was that, like grime and that?
Yeah, I was just doing grime, just doing rap. And then when I got to about 18, I started raving.
Yeah.
I got introduced to the rave scene, Dana, Pikey, all them, man.
I know Pikey, you know? Trust me. They're my little shit, so he was their little shit.
Dana's my brother, like, see that boy, he's looked after me from day one, bro. You see when he see me, like me, he's like, you're coming with me. You know what I'm saying? So we used to go, bro, I was probably about 17, bro.
And Dana don't like many people, so...
That's what I'm saying, yeah, bro. But like from the day he met, it was just, he always said I remind him of him, you know what I'm saying? And he's looked after me ever since.
Yeah, and he was a little shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's the little shits follow the little shits. Yeah, you remember little shits, bro. I remember when I first heard Pimp, bro, I'm thinking, bro, who's this Pimp guy, bro? I'm thinking he's gonna be in some long red fucking Gillette with a big top like that American gangster, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, once I started going into the rave scene, that changed my music. Because it wasn't that grime anymore, it weren't none of that. It was just, I liked the boom, boom, boom. Since I heard that.
What was your first rave?
You know what, Fabrics, Jamie Jones. Yeah. I think I was 17. I wasn't even old enough to get in there.
Fake ID.
I had stuff on me as well. I had like 20 parcels of stuff on me. I'm getting grabbed up by the bouncers to slip down my leg. I'm thinking, bro, I've not even been in a club before and I'm about to get took away, bro, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
You got through?
I got through, bro.
Yeah,
I got through, got rid of everything. I got caught with 2 on me, bro. I got slapped out by the bouncers, bro. Come outside, down there now, like, go away, man. Don't come here with us, bro. You've been nabbed already, bro. But yeah, man, fucking, that changed his perspective in my music journey, you know what I mean? I started just doing the rave scene, and then I started getting a bit ill. So basically, I was born with a heart defect, and it was called Wolff Parkinson White. And it's basically, you got like a circuit in your heart. I was born with an extra circuit. So, you know the football player that died and collapsed on the pitch, he had the same thing. There's a lot of people that had it.
There's a lot of footballers.
But normally this is picked up from a young age. I went through my whole life, it was never picked up, you know what I'm saying? And these times I'm going raving, I'm getting on stuff, I'm boxing, I'm playing football, my heart's going boom, 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 everything, nothing. And then one day I went to the shop to get milk for my mum. I smoked a joint. As I've come out of the shop, boom, I've hit the floor. I've tried to get up. I'm trying to fight this thing. I'm fully collapsing. But I'm trying to fight it. In the end, I've knocked myself out on a lamppost. I've woke up. I'm in the back of an ambulance. I remember it now. The two, Amy and Chelsea, their names were. It was like angels. I've never seen good-looking ambulance women in my life. Yeah. See, I'm waking up. I'm in the back of the ambulance. They're like, "You're having a heart attack. You're gonna be alright." I'm like, "What are you going on about?" I feel fine. I'm thinking heart attack. You're gonna feel your heart.
What is it? You had a heart attack?
They're like, you're having a heart attack. You're gonna be okay. I said, I'm sweet. But you know what pissed me off? Yeah, I was going shop to get milk, and then I was going fabrics that night.
Yeah, so you're gonna be
So the whole day I'm buzzing. I'm happy. I'm like, and all that's going through my mind. I'm in the back of the ambulance. I'm like, no. I'm going
fabric.
I'm going out. Like, I want to go. I've just started this raving. I'm not stopping.
But when you woke up in the ambulance, what did you feel like? Did you feel like you could move?
I just felt like I woke up from a nap or something. I'm like, I didn't even know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you didn't know you pain. Even you was
nothing,
collapsing
bro.
out. Were you in pain or nothing?
Nothing, but I can remember everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking down the road, brother, and I've just gone like, stumbled, hit the floor, and I'm like, no, I ain't a pussy. I've got back up. I've got back up. I'm trying to fight with something. You know what I'm saying? And then I've walked again, and then this time I've just boom hit the lamppost and clean out. I was cold. The ambulance woman said they was pushing my neck. I wasn't waking up for nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Who called the ambulance?
I don't know, some little kid, bro. Some kid found me just lying in the street. You know, I was on the road, you know, Smithy lives in the alleyway. That's my boy, Smithy. Shout out Smithy. He, I was walking down that road there. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So some little kid's come out, he's found me, and he's rung an ambulance. I don't know who that kid was, you know what I'm saying? But the kid could have saved my life, all I know.
He did save your life.
But yeah, man, they took me to the hospital anyway. And then I've gone rural London. They knew what it was straight away. They said, yeah, we've seen this before. They're giving me all like ECGs and all of that. They said, you've got Wolf Parkinson White. You've got
What's it called again? Say again.
Wolf Parkinson White.
Yeah.
They're the people that discovered it, I say. You know, they're mad scientists, bro. They can't think of a name, so they just use their last names.
Yeah,
Sounds stupid. But yeah, they told us what it was straight away. So this is on a Friday night now. So they've said, you've got to have an operation on a Monday. But these times here, I'm a little shit. I'm thinking, I ain't stand here till Friday, Monday, bro.
You're trying to go out.
I'm like, no, I'm
trying to go fabric.
I want to go out. I'm like, I'm sweet. I said, I'm fine. I'm saying to them, I'm fine. They said, you're not fine. We've done your ECG, your heart is going mental. I said, no, fine. They're not listening anyway.
You felt fine, innit?
I felt fine, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's around me like, I'm like, why are you all here, bro? I'm fine. I feel sweet. So anyway, they're not having none of it. They've put like cannulas in my arm and all that, and then they've all left me in the room. Yeah? So man's ducked out, innit?
You see what I'm saying about him though?
Real little cannula around my arm, yeah?
I'm even shook to you.
I've gone to walk down the corridor and I've seen the security. So now I've had to do splinter cell shit, bro. I'm going out back windows. I'm in Bart's Hospital. You know them old buildings. I'm going down drain pipes. I'm thinking, all this time I'm in a hospital gang. Yeah? You know what I look like? You know Jason Statham in Crank when he's running down the road. I'm there running to St Paul's. I'm thinking, I'm going on. But these times now, my dad's bringing a kebab up for me. So he's come up, he's seen everything on the bed. He's like to them, where's he gone? Have you let him out your sight? But he's thought I've gone fabrics. He knows. He went to fabrics to see if because he's thinking this cunt, he's gonna go fabrics. But yeah, no, I've got home and then they
You went home?
I went home, bro. I wanted to be in my own environment. You know what I'm saying? I laid on the chair. I said, look, I'm standing here. The doctors rang. They said if he collapses again, he could die. So my mum and I were like, no, he's got to go. I'm like, I'm not going. I'll stay here. I'm fine. So I stayed there. Monday come. I've gone there on a Monday. I've had the operation. Yeah. You know what I mean? 4-hour operation, keyhole surgery, and it's an ablation. They burn the extra circuit away. Yeah. But you know what's happening?
So now you're better.
Yeah, it cures it. So it's a curable operation. Yeah. But you see when they've done that, because I'm obviously a raver and I'm a bit more immune to things, I've told him beforehand like, dose me up. Anyway, I just remember this ginger nurse. And she sees me start coming around what they're doing, they've got like an electric thing and they're shocking my heart like that to see where the circuit is so they can burn it away. But she's seen me now coming around. She's trying to talk to me about West Ham because she's seen my tattoo and I'm like, I'm getting electrocuted here and you're trying to talk to me about football, like no, allow it. But yeah man, I've done it and then it was cured, it was done. And then a year on from that, there was a couple of more collapses. So we was like, well, it can't reverse, it can't. So I'm getting all checks and all that, and they missed everything. And
What do you
then,
mean they missed everything?
like the doctors missed,
Yeah,
like
they
what
missed
I'm about to
what they-
tell
yeah,
you,
yeah,
the
about to say,
doctors had
yeah,
missed,
they
like,
missed
they've missed.
Because
we
obviously
were looking,
he's still collapsing over something that said we've cured.
yeah,
What we've done.
but what they're
It's like a
doing,
double thing that was wrong.
Yeah.
That was wrong.
So
and then
what
that
else
was
is
wrong.
going on?
they're still looking at the old problem, you know what I'm saying? They're not looking for no new
The new
problems. So obviously they've said to me at the time of having the operation that the side effects of having this operation can be blood cancer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like to my dad, I'm getting cancer. He's like, don't be stupid. They just tell you that, you know what I'm saying? 10 months, 11 months later, I'm getting ill, bruv. You know what I'm saying? I'm proper like, I feel like I've got a hangover every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to work. My bed overnight was just drenched, sweating. At the time, I was engaged to someone, and she was waking me up. You know what I'm saying? This ain't right. You need to go to the hospital. Went to Newham. I'm thinking at the time I'm boxing as well. Do you know what I've found a lump under my collarbone. So I'm thinking, do you know what? It's all right. I've just pulled something out of thing. Gone to the Newham hospital. They've missed it completely. They've gone, yeah, there's nothing wrong with you like that. Luckily, my fiance at the time, Lauren, and my mum, they was like, we're not happy with this. Like, you need to go Royal London. As soon as I've gone Royal London, I knew there was something. You know what I mean? There's all doctors running around with clipboards. I'm like, what's going on here? This ain't right. So then, I knew that something was going on. So they've come back. They said, look, we've looked at your bloods and all that. Like, we think possibly you might have blood cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma. So you know what I'm saying? At these times, I'm just like, I'm only 20 years of age, 21 years of age. I don't even understand what cancer is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, all right. So then I've had to go and have a biopsy. And they take a bit of the thing out of the thing. And then I had a bone marrow story, mate. So, you know what bone marrow is? They whack like some metal thing. It's like epidural, yeah? Mate, the geezer's done it. So he's gone to do it to me. He's done it. I've heard from across the room, ding! I'm thinking, what's that? He said to me, 21 years of him working, he's never experienced nothing like it. He hit it into my spine and it flung out of my spine. It didn't even go through my spine. He said, I was like Iron Man. He said the thing had bent, flew across the room, smashed, you know what I'm saying? So from the start, like I'll get onto more stuff that was just mad. It just didn't make sense. It's like I was like a miracle or something. Some of these things just kept adding up. So anyway, they've done the bone marrow, come back. New Year's Eve, I found out I was stage 3B with blood cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma, you know what I'm saying? So the next stage up from that's uncurable. Yeah. So I caught it, bang, at the last time. So obviously the geezer's just talking to me now, he's just telling me like, yeah, you've got cancer. And all I'm just like, never once did I think, no, I'm dead. It didn't even cross my mind.
You never thought you was gonna die?
No, nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I understood how serious it was.
Because of what you went through with your heart, you're thinking...
I'm used to hospitals and that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, here we go, let's go. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just fighting with death constantly, bro. Like, I'm getting used to it now, like, let's go. I'm ready for it, I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I was like, well, so what have I got to do? And then they're like you've got to have 6 rounds of chemotherapy. So I was one of the first people in the country to have this chemo. It was 4 different ones called ABVD. It's there to just wipe everything out. But they said to me, you're young enough to recover and cure from it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, then
what was the whole chemo like? Because
so when they told me
a lot of people, like, obviously you hear about it, they get cancer and people are getting like, what chemo and
this is the thing, I don't know nothing. So I started researching, I found out it's mustard gas. I'm now saying to my dad, I ain't having this. Like, this is what the Germans were dropping on people, and they think they're putting it in me. I said, I'd rather die. You know what I'm saying? And it took a good while for people to convince me to have this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was fully prepared to say, like,
it cleans out everything, like wipes everything.
How long was you having it for?
So I had to have 6 cycles. Yeah. So it lasts over 6 months. Because the chemo's so strong, they have to do it, they have to split it. So 1 month is 1 cycle, but I have it twice. So I only have half at a time, and then I go back in 2 weeks' time, have another half. That's how strong it was. So obviously the first one I've gone to have, like, I'm seeing people around me breaking, do you know what I mean? Everyone's like upset because they can see me going through it, but these times I'm still not understanding what's going on.
You think it's chemo?
I'm just like,
did you feel bad? Did you feel
I felt like I had to
ill in that?
Yeah, but like
proper ill, or did you feel
when I had the first chemo, I remember obviously my dad come with me because I didn't want my mum there. I didn't want my mum. My mum's obviously got to see me, but I didn't want her to see me actually having the actual chemo and that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think that was right. So my dad come with me the first time, but I can see him sitting at the end of the bed and he's tearing up and getting upset. You know what I'm saying? But I'm busting jokes now. I'm sitting in the hospital busting jokes, but I've had the first one and it weren't too bad. I was a little bit sick over the weekend and all of that. Like, it wasn't too bad. And then when I went for the second one, that's when it all started going.
What, 2 weeks later?
2 weeks later, that's when the chemo started hitting me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was feeling ill. Now these times I've give up. I'm like, I ain't fucking doing this no more. I'm done. Like, this
What was it making you feel like that? See, like, obviously you saying you're busting jokes, so imagine that you're feeling calm, innit? See, when it's kicked in the first time you know it's kicked in, what's the first thing you felt like?
I'd have it on a Friday, and then when I get home from the hospital, it was like just constant sick, because you got to think about they're pumping medicine into me for 4 hours. I've just got fluids going through me. So where's that fluid? You know what it's like when you overdrink, you be sick. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to come back out.
The next day they're mash up.
All I can taste is medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. Every time I breathe, I couldn't eat nothing. I couldn't taste nothing. Like so, I'm just constantly. And every time I'm going and taking a sniff, I'm getting this medicine taste. You know what I'm saying? And it's making me throw up. I was just constantly being. Yeah, but no, it ain't even radiation. It's just the actual chemotherapy. It's just horrible. You know what I mean?
My mum went through that, so I know the next day when they come back, they're mash up, bro. It's like they're
bad. It's pretty much like death. That's all I can explain. Like, it was like death. You know what I mean? But now I've had that.
Did it drain you as well? Like
everything. I was 9 stone 3. I lost all my hair. I lost everything. I had no strength. I had no immune system. So the thing is, if you had a cold and you come in and give me that cold, I'm dead. Because I've got nothing to fight it off. You know what I'm saying?
It wipes it all out. Innit?
But by the first one that I've done, and I started feeling like that. I started feeling weak, because this was the thing. From the life that I went from before, I was on road, Bob. You know what I'm saying? And I was doing dirt. I wanted a reputation, and that it was the wrong thing to do, but I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to prove myself in the manner I wanted. You know what I mean? I liked all of that lifestyle, and then to go from that to being ill, I was vulnerable, I was weak. But these people that I've got dramas with, they're not going away. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm getting people threatening to kick my door off while I've got cancer. You know what I'm saying? People are like, yeah, because they know I'm weak now. But there was only a certain selective people that knew, because I never told no one that I had cancer. I didn't want to tell. I didn't want no sympathy.
Why though?
Because I just didn't want sympathy. I know what it's like. And I'm saying I'm not one of them people. I just disappeared for 6 months, done my thing, and the only time people knew was at the end of my chemo. I had a whiteboard saying last chemo. You know what I'm saying? And I put that picture up on Instagram, and everyone come out.
That's what everyone knew.
You know what I'm saying? But by then it was too late. I beat it. I don't need your help. You know what I'm saying? But I knew I didn't want all that fuss. I didn't want people going around saying things and all of that. I just kept it low key, done what I needed to do. But by the first one, I was done with it. This time now, I'm like, I ain't having no more. They literally, the nurse, they give me this little blue pill. They said to my dad, he's got to have it because it will calm him. And I'm like, I'm not having chemo. What happened was I went into a room and I'm seeing like old people having their chemo. I mean, I've got the same thing, I've got cancer as well, but I'm like, but I don't want to be in a room with dead people. Like, these people are dying, like, you know what I'm saying? And but I'm young. So I'm keeping the nurses, they were the best. You see, Bart's Hospital, they were the best. They was like, look, he's only young. Like, and they give me my own room, so every time I went there, I was like VIP in there. You know
he's 20 years old, bro.
I'm young, but I'm looking at old people, everyone's smiling at me. Like, yeah, Lauren, I was engaged with someone. And she
didn't even finish, it was mad. His story's mad.
She had her own illness, cystic fibrosis, you know what I mean? And like, obviously, I got engaged to her just before Christmas, you know what I mean? And then imagine that a week later, boom, found out I had cancer. But the girl's got her own illness that she's born with. But she, if it wasn't for her, I would never have got through what I got through. You know what I mean? She was my strength, but obviously, because she come up the hospital with me, you know what I mean? She never looked at me no different. Like, you think, bro, I got no hair, I got no nothing. I feel terrible, you know what I'm saying?
Like, your eyebrows, your beard,
nothing, bro. I used to say, bro, everyone used to laugh. I used to say to my dad, I look like human pita bread. You know what I'm saying? But this was the things I was doing. Because of my character, I'm humour. I battle everything with humour. That's how I get through things. But it helped everyone, because everyone around me's breaking. But you see where I'm busting.
It's eye-breaking. It's making it work for ease and making it work for
it's making things easier for people. But yeah, so after the first one, I said, I'm not doing it no more. They give me this little blue pill. You put it under your tongue. And it was the best. It was the best thing I've ever done in my life, bro. I swear to God, you know that.
That's the best.
See when I took the first one? Yeah. The next time, I said to my dad, "Watch this." Boom, boom, dropped it. Now, I'm walking through the hospital. I'm like this. I'm walking through the hospital, going, "Hey!" to everyone. People are looking at me like, "This guy's different." Last week he's kicking off. He don't want chemo. This week I'm running into the door. I'm trying to get it. But yeah, all of that stuff helped me. I'd lay there. I'd have my music on. So at the time. Remember the boy band Damage? Corey Richards, he was in America, he knows my mum. He found out I had cancer. He sent me Logic Pro because I had a Mac.
Okay.
So my music journey at the same time of me being ill in a lot. Do you know what I mean? It went from a hobby to going to. This is all I could do. You know what I'm saying? I'm bedbound. I'm just making beats. So I'm making beats. I'm going to have my chemo. I've got my headphones on. I'm tripping. I'm looking at lights. It's all flashing. I'm loving life, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there, and it helped me get through it. And then obviously 6 months later, I beat it. They told me that I beat it by the second chemo, but they went, "We never told you because we knew if we told you, you ain't having no more, and we want you to finish the cycle." So I've done it, beat it. 7 years in remission now, do you know what I mean? It's never come back.
Well done, bro.
But yeah. Yeah, no, and then obviously, so yeah, that was a positive, do you know what I mean? And then, because obviously at the time as well, from having chemo, I had to go and like store my sperm and that in the thing, because this is what I didn't understand none of this stuff. Like I didn't know that chemo could make you infertile and all of this stuff. So
they took your sperm and froze it, so if you was infertile, you can.
Bro, these guys, they're sending me letters. Listen, they've done it for me for free, They're still sending me letters now saying I owe them money. Why do I owe you money from my own team? You know what I'm saying? I can go and produce as many as I want. You can keep them ones in the freezer, bro. You can have them. They're cold, bro. I'm not waiting for them to defrost. I've got warm stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just a joke. But yeah, no, like, everyone involved in it, like, it was so nice of how like the hospitals were and everything come together. But then obviously a couple of months later, my fiance, she got really ill, and then she ended up passing away. You know what I'm saying? So I had to. That was a thing. I wasn't even fully recovered from cancer. Yeah, of course. And now I'm in hospital. I stayed in the hospital the whole week she was in there. Do you know what I mean? I slept on the bench. I didn't want to leave. All of that. I'm having to make decisions at a young age of switching life support machines off and that. You know what I mean? With my mum and dad and all of this. And it just that, I said I'd rather have gone through cancer 10 times over than what I went through when I lost someone that close.
See, when that happened,
it was different.
How did you feel when that happened?
What,
afterwards, when you've just recovered from something?
Yeah, but like that's the thing. I just felt let down by life because I thought I've done this, I've beat this to have a future.
And she's done it with you.
And she's done it with me, and we've done this, and I've done all that fighting. And like obviously at the time, like things like that mentally affect you. So at these times when she's passed away, my mind is all over the place. I'm thinking, I wish I didn't even beat chemo. I wish I died. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's how I was going on.
That was your wife to be, isn't it?
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was getting married and everything. We was getting married in September. She passed away in the July. You know what I'm saying? So we had a funeral and that. We've had to...
Wedding, you got a funeral.
But we used the wedding as the funeral. You know what I'm saying? I wore my suit. I was like on a horse and all of that. She got buried in her wedding dress and all of that. So you know what I'm saying? It was like, it was deep. But these times there, it fucked me. From that point on, I was gone. My head was spun. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know what I was doing. I was on a mad thing.
So what kept you?
This is the thing. What kept me on the straight? I started raving again. Everyone around me, I had so many good people around me. That's it. That was it, bro. But it saved my life. This is what I said.
Took your mind off.
Music saved my life. Everyone was going to me, Shane, you need to come out. Like you need to come out, enjoy yourself. I'm like, no, I'm just sitting in a room crying, bro. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I don't want it. So I want to kill people. I want to go do a mad thing. Like I was hating life and everything. And then one day I just went out to a rave. I went up old, and from then. It woke me up. I was like, hold on a minute, I remember this. This was me when I was 18. And that was it, it saved me, you know what I'm saying? It took me, I just started going out every weekend. And don't get me wrong, we're going back to kitchen sessions and I'm probably driving everyone mad, crying and talking, but you know what, it was my therapy. I didn't need to speak to someone because that was what was getting me through things. I'm talking to everyone and people know what I've been like. The support
how old was you then? 2021?
So I would have been 21 when I had cancer and 21
so see you went through that. Weren't there no government people that tried to help you?
Nothing,
no, you went through all
that. When I had cancer, all I got help with was like, because obviously I wasn't working. So I got like a grant and all that, but you know what I mean? What do I need money for, bruv? I'm in bed. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing, can't go on trains.
So when you were going through the cancer recovered, didn't they send someone to, this is a young you, he's just nearly lost his life and recovered, you know what I mean?
I don't really...
What's going through his brain? Did they
see that after things like that after, like, it should be like, after, what aftercare did you get?
Yeah, like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, they might have offered it.
But see, there's like, you know, there's like chemo and then keep you like, go on, fuck off. there must be like some kind of aftercare, like you have to go on, do you know, like therapy.
He was just happy he recovered. He didn't.
bro. I was just
already
like-
fun.
No, but I'm just saying what he said.
nah.
He's asking like, what was they doing? What was they trying to do?
They
Like,
don't fuck all.
They don't.
I blame myself, you know what I've done there?
remember?
Because I felt so weak. As soon as I come out of there and I thought like everyone's looking at me like I'm weak, I'm just thinking. I went from 9 stone to 12.5 stone in a month, like in about a month and a half, 2 months, and I was just boxing. I went down Peacock, I was boxing with Crandall. This is the funny thing, little Crandall, yeah? Me and him have known each other since we were 3. And he's always been like, the guy loves boxing. And all the way up until then, when me and him used to go boxing, I used to hate it. You see, man would punch me in my face, I start swinging my arms like this, and he's just jabbing me, bullying me in the boxing. But because I was bedbound, all I've done when I was bedbound, I was making music and I was watching boxing. But after I beat cancer, it mentally done something to me that I don't know what. It changed me. There was like no fear in me no more. And I started going back in. I've become a boxer all of a sudden. I started thinking I was Amir Khan, and now I'm getting it. Even Charlie saying to me, "What the fuck has happened to you? You can fight now, bro." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I put my mind into. That it was more getting big and just getting myself healthy again. That was it. The main thing with the health. But yeah, but then going back to the raving, that's what. The more I was raving, the more I was getting over things and finding myself again and becoming my true self and just being happy again. You know what I mean? I went out B4 and I was just like, this is life. Like I've gone through all of this stuff. This is what I need to be doing. Like, I'm on Ibiza and I was loving it. I went to Ibiza. I said, this island was made for me. This is like God saying to me, well done, boy. You've passed your test. I'm putting you on an island. Have fun. And that's what I've done. And then I got into the music.
Man, know what you're on, man.
Yeah, I don't even need to say nothing, but in 5 days I was in Ibiza. Which is
The bad thing.
I'm not saying there is no stories. There's no stories. There's no sleep. There's no nothing. I come back.
See, there's no
There's no
sleep.
stories, bro. It was one day.
He said no sleep.
It's a movie. It was one day. It wasn't no series thing. There weren't any other days, bro. It was just
Good memories,
Oh,
innit?
yeah, good memories, bro.
But
I
that's
can't
good
remember
though,
nothing.
man.
I remember getting on the plane on the way home. I needed oxygen. I just came straight from my rave to the plane, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just loving it. I'm just thinking I'm enjoying it. But you know the thing, everyone's like looking at me like, well, I've been ill. They're like, is this guy alright? Like, he's been ill. What's he doing? But that's because I don't care. I'm enjoying myself. I want to do what I want to do that makes me happy and makes me enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying? And if that's that, I'm not being funny. It's got me through everything.
You started living again.
I lived. That was it. But the best thing about all of that,
But you would though, innit?
what I went through, most people don't encounter until they're 50, 60 years of age. You know what I'm saying? You get cancer, you lose your wife, and then you understand life then. But by then, your life's gone. I learned that at 21. So there's nothing, I feel like I know, I'm still learning. Everyone's still learning. I still go through things where I learn lessons. But that lesson that I learned there is the biggest lesson I could have learned in life, because now I can enjoy myself.
Well, you
And
like,
I've
you
got-
faced with death, bro.
That's what I'm saying, and I beat
Like,
it.
see that when man was them ages there, yeah, like 20, 21 and that. Bro, you don't think about death, bro.
But this is what I'm saying,
Like, you
bro.
don't
It
think
made
like, you
me
don't
feel
think about cancer
invincible.
and catching
And you've got
cancer, you think
people
you're
that are
immune
on
to
road and they're
things.
saying that they're bad men because they're fighting other people from different areas and all of that stuff. And I'm like, I'll be deaf, bro. Like, I weighed
life
in.
one.
He got weighed in. He come for me. He got battered. he didn't even come back. 7 years. He's still not come back. You know what I'm saying? And that's cancer. But that's what it gives me that powerful where I can do anything. Do you know what I'm saying?
Different energy, innit?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's given me like a pathway where the only thing I want to do in life is I want that dream. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy. There's nothing, I don't care about money. I don't care about being a superstar. I don't care about none of that. I don't want none of that. I want my name on big lights at a festival, hundreds of people. You see that? Once that's done, that's completed. Do you know what I mean? I'm just doing what I love doing.
Don't worry, Saturday I'll bring banner with your name.
Get some LED lights and
Bring it
that.
like that.
Whistling, you get me?
Like, Saturday we'll have it.
But yeah, man, it just...
In the back garden, man.
You know the thing is with
So
me
that-
as well, like with the music, I could be a lot further, but I'm a bit lazy, you know what I'm saying? Like I love it, but then I'm not, I just enjoy myself, man. That's the problem, I just enjoy myself too much rather than...
Yeah, but you've had that thing now where you've had all that happen, yeah?
Yeah.
Like you actually just enjoy yourself now.
That's it, and that's
See,
what
like,
I was
you don't even
doing.
take, like, even like, when I watch your Instagrams and that, bro, you don't take yourself serious.
I don't
innit?
take nothing
To see that when
serious.
people talk to you about things like this, even like, see how he made us feel like talking about it. Man's felt comfortable in it when he's explaining.
Yeah,
See, when
that's it,
certain
though.
people explain something like this, you might feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, no.
You don't know what to say.
You know
You
what
don't
it
know.
is?
That's why I wanted him on it. Because you see,
understand?
my man, he don't hold
He
back.
don't take it
He
so
tell you
serious
what I want.
enough, so he
But a
makes
lot of
you feel
people-
at ease to talk about things.
Yeah,
You
that's
know what I mean?
because
that
that's
don't wanna
because
talk
I've
about
healed
these
from
things,
it. You know what I'm saying? I took the time. I sat back. I took the time to understand what I had been through. I took the time to understand what was the lesson. You know what I mean? I believe in God. I'm not religious, but I believe there's a higher power out there. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that happened. The universe made all of that happen, and eventually everything's gonna click. So like the mad thing. This is the mad thing. After Lauren died, I don't believe in no spiritual stuff. Nothing. Yeah? I went there before and the woman was telling me my nan's got a bad back, and I'm like, well, I can tell you your nan's got a bad back. You know what I'm saying? But imagine this, there was a famous woman called Sally Cudmore, psychic, and she's written a Facebook status. And she's described a story basically, which was my story. I've not got to run nothing, but one of Lauren's friends had her on there. So she's tagged me and gone, this sounds like you. Next thing, boom, my Facebook's gone off. This psychic has messaged me and gone, I need your number. I said, no. I said, look, I'm not going to be horrible, I don't believe in it. She went, trust me, answer the phone. I answered the phone, yeah. I spoke to her for about 40 minutes. The things that she told me made me question life. Because she was telling me things that I put in the coffin. She was telling me things, do you know what I mean?
You should know.
No, but she was telling me things that I was saying to Lauren while she was in ICU. No one was in the room. And she's repeating, oh, Lauren said this, like, as if Lauren has told her.
That directly.
To pass the message.
To pass the message. But in all of this, you know what I'm saying, it's mad, but in all of this, she started going on about music. And about me DJing, and I can see, and at the time I didn't even DJ, I just produced. I never was expecting to go into music and be a producer. It was just a hobby. Me and Smithy all the time, me and him, even SP, you know what I'm saying? Big up SP. That was our thing with music, you know what I'm saying? Everyone used to link up and it was nice, you know what I'm saying? We'd just sit there, we'd have a little joint, we'd make some tunes, I'd spend all night doing it. We don't even do nothing with the songs. We're just dancing around the bedroom like, yeah, this one's a banger, you know what I'm saying? We're not even sending them out. But she kept saying about music, and then there was another, the next thing that happened, I was at We Are Festival, and I'm buzzing. And some random woman's come up to me and she starts going, oh, why do I see the name Loving and Roses around you? And now I'm kicking off, I'm thinking my mates are having me over. I said, don't fucking joke about this stuff. Like, I'm not in the right frame of mind to be listening to this bullshit, yeah? But again, she come out and starts telling me bare stuff. I'm like, where are these people coming from? Who are these people? How do you know this shit? It's not right. It's, you know what I'm saying?
But, your mind, innit?
Yeah, but it's real. Because I know it's real because she's telling me to my face things that no one should know. So, but her again at We Are, she went, why have you stopped doing music? These times I'm just raving every week and I'm not even making songs or nothing like that. Why you stopped doing music? What are you going on about? And then obviously now it makes sense because I'd done it as a hobby, and then when COVID come around, we were all locked up.
You jump back on it.
I started one little thing that I was going to release a mix every week on, called the Underground series. And then I start getting DJs, everyone's at home bored. So now they're like, yeah, let me do a mix for that, let me do a mix. Now we're like, I'm 60 mixes in. I've turned that little thing into a record label, all within a year, do you know what I'm saying? And then from that, my name starts getting, then within 2 months, my mate J. Lee Taylor and Fozzie, big them up, they got an event called Outback. He said, come down. I went down to his event, was watching, he needed to go to the toilet, so now he's gone, I'll watch the decks for me for 2 minutes. I've jumped on for 2 minutes, boom. Next thing is give me a set. Give me a set, smash the set, then I'll become a resident. Then I started doing my own thing, you know what I'm saying? So gradually things start building, and I'm going raving, I'm going to places like Bow to watch people like Will Taylor and Ellie Cox. Yeah. Next thing I'm on lineups with them, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's made everything that I've ever been through worth it. And I can't, this is what I'm saying, I do generally believe in life there's good and bad. Yeah. But the bad always tries to pull you away. You know what I'm saying? I feel like God's giving me tests all the time, like chase your dreams. Do you really want it that much? Or are you gonna let us distract you with the devil, the demons, you know what I'm saying? So...
Yeah, but you're on it now though.
That's what I mean, yeah, I am, but obviously life still throws situations where it tries to pull you back in, do you know what I'm saying? Where sometimes you might go downhill a little bit, you know what I mean? It could be anything down to girls, I'm not getting on the subject again.
That's life.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, simple things like that can pull you away from what your main focus is, and bring you downhill a little bit.
But there's always something to pull you off your path though. There's always a temptation.
The thing that I always think, once it gets back into my head about what you've been through, I'm like, right, wake up. What are you doing? Forget that. Focus on what you want to do and what you need to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100.
But yeah, it's everything that I've been through, I feel it's just, I'm happy that I went through it.
Yeah.
if I didn't go through that, I'm not gonna be the person that I am now.
Made you the
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm so
Yeah.
advanced. Like I've got my friends. My friends might feel a bit depressed or something. They ring my phone.
Yeah, 100.
Because I don't care if you've got problems with your baby mum or something like that. I'm not gonna sit there and be like encourage you to go and cheat on your burden. I'm telling you the real stuff. And that's all I'm ever gonna be with people, real. Because that's what people need to hear. They need to hear real stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I like. It's like I'm a messenger. I've been put all through this stuff so that I can. Tyson Fury, for example. Here's another example. The guy's best boxer in our generation. Look at what he's been through compared to all the other boxers. And everyone else is getting a bit of fame and it's all about their money. What's he doing? He's helping other people. He's using his platform that he's rightly deserved, and instead of him taking the limelight, he's there helping people. And that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I would like to get to the biggest stage possible, not to be a superstar, not to drive around in Lamborghinis, but for people to reach out to me and I can say, look at what I've done. Don't give up, because I've got mates that have committed suicide, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's not nice, and it could be down to something from your baby mum to losing a parent, you know what I'm saying? And people feel like their life's going to get no better, and they take their life. And I'm the prime example to say, listen, I thought about it all the time, but I was on a mad team when I thought about it. I remember telling you about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to kill myself. I'm going to go and do a mad thing and just have it off my own police.
I said you're going to go do the wrong mode.
Everyone who's ever done me any wrong, I'm coming for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming for you, and then I'm going to fucking do it. But nah, I'm the living proof to say, look at what I went through, and I thought there was no way out. And I've got through the other side, and I'm doing the best I've ever done in life. The situation I'm in right now is the best I've ever been in my life. And that's why I'm intrigued to see what else comes with life, because I'm learning.
Alright, you see, if you never went through that, yeah? Just throwing this out there, but you see, if you never went through none of that, yeah? How do you reckon you would be?
Dead or in jail, bruv. 100% dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? That was like a wake-up call, you know what I mean? Like, that was...
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
That's what I'm saying, but it made me mature.
Made you grow up.
I don't care about enemies. I don't care about having trouble, but I've got so many haters, you know what I'm saying? And I sit there and I think, I feel sorry for you people. How are you going to hate on someone who's had cancer and lost people? And I'm doing well for myself, you know what I'm saying? Why are you hating me? You man should be in front of me, because I've been set back in life, not you lot. You know what I'm saying? People my age are getting mortgages and that, while I'm trying to get myself back on track. I'm trying to get my mind back on track, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even think about houses or settling down or anything like that. It was I needed to sort myself out, but then I'm watching people around me, they're getting their first mortgage, they're having their kids. So I was set back 3-4 years. So how can people hate? But
it's mad.
Everyone gets tested, boy.
It is, it's a test. It's like, whole life's a test, but then we're put on this earth to live and learn. And I'm a big believer that we take it to the next world, you know what I'm saying? This is nothing. This to me could be hell. You know what I'm saying? We have fun on here, but it's always negative shit, bro. You know, at the end of the day, everyone's gonna die. That's the end of the story. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a happy ending. Let's be fair, it's not a happy ending. Everyone's gonna be crying over you at the end. So while you're here, enjoy yourself. That's how I live. Like, that's why I don't take nothing.
Well, the way I look at you, we're all here to fucking reproduce and keep it moving, fam.
You got to remember, from when
that's what everything does in this world, fam. You got to look at everything, bro. Even down to fucking insects, bro. Animals, humans, aliens. Whatever you want to call it, reproduce and keep it moving, fam.
Yeah, one thing you got to remember.
That's what we all do, fam. That's what we're here to do, fam.
All you do
that's your life as a man, fam.
That's the other thing with me. We look back at the Romans and all of this. Your family name, that was your thing. You wanted it was to leave a legacy. It's like nowadays people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas me, I want. Like, my family are quite known in the area. Your dad and that know my family, you know what I'm saying? My uncle used to own the Queen Vic in Stratford. Everyone knows my family, and that's what started getting me on to when I turned 17, 18.
His mum was in my dad's class.
Nah, that's my aunt.
Yeah, his aunt was in my dad's class, fam.
Old
school like that.
When I turned 17, 18 and I started going into pubs and that, and everyone's buying me pints. Like, oh, that's Whiskey's nephew. I'm like, what's this about? Like, you know what I'm saying? My dad kept everything for me. My dad was just a working man.
You didn't know?
I didn't know, and then when I knew, I got jealous. I thought, nah, I want to be whiskey. Do you know what I'm saying? So I've done it the right way now. Do you know what I mean? I went from trying to. I was being an idiot.
You saw the power, yeah?
I saw the power, and I'm trying to. I just wanted to fight people just to prove, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm whiskey now.
My uncle cousins are now getting phone calls. That sorty man. He's a fucking little idiot. You know what I mean? But I was an idiot because I wanted some sort of legacy. But that's why when I went through what I went through, it matured me enough to go, no, you know what, we're going to do this. And now my name probably is the biggest in the family because of music. And that's what I kind of want. I want to leave a legacy, and then I want my kids to leave a legacy, and that's what life's about: reproducing and leaving things behind. We're not here forever.
Reproduce, fam.
I need a book.
You said that kind of like
He looks at you
when they did them to state, now I'm getting worried, Bob.
Who?
I'm not going to bring it up on here.
Don't try it, bro.
What's going on here, Bob?
No, you, Bob, I was saying,
I kept it PG. I'm not going to embarrass anyone.
Wait, what are you talking about, bro?
Nah.
Nothing, Bob.
You don't know something I don't know about.
But yeah, man, me getting where I couldn't have got through without the people that I had in the area. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, everyone was the same. Everyone around me were little fuckers, but they're good-hearted fuckers. You know what I mean? They was always out there. From the manor, they had my best interest at heart. No one, do you know what I mean? Like, all these times I was going there, I had so many different older brothers. I've got no older brothers, but I had so many different older brothers from the manor that look after me and love me that I could go to. You know what I'm saying? And they helped get me back on the right path. So I'm never following you in a car again, or none of yours. Yeah, I'll start following these guys. Bro, listen.
Man got to the after party, yeah? All man said, yeah? Man come there, yeah? But he's with us, like, so imagine this, yeah?
No, wait. Let me start. Man's gonna show you the funniest thing. Let me just cut in. Man went to a rave the other day, yeah? Man's gone to the after party. This is how mad he is. This is how bad this boy is. Man's gone to the after party. The after party's in someone's house. We're going back, just chilling, whatnot. My man turned up, he's sweating. Whisking.
No, but you know listening. He was with us like he didn't lose no time. Like he was in the lift to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Like,
So when we got to the door, he's at the door. We're going upstairs in the lift.
Yeah, we're entering together.
I was like, what, man? Oh yeah, man just took police chase around the corner, ripped man's car off, this, that. Bro, we was in convoy, you was behind us. How did all this happen, bro?
But listen, these men have all got 4x4s, haven't they? Range Rovers, Audis, fucking everything. And the traffic marshals have put the cones out to block us from going. These men have drove over, but I've been blocked in.
I was at the front of the convoy.
Yeah,
we done right at the fucking roundabout.
I was you, and we've gone like that. We reversed. I've gone.
Yeah, but when I've done it,
I've done it right at the roundabout.
When I've done it, I've been blocked.
You tried to be cool.
So
he tried to be cool.
I'm seeing blue lights coming round the roundabout. I've got 2 traffic marshals either side of me, and I said, nah. Bro, I ain't getting it for following it. So now I've had to take over the roundabout. Man, I've got a fucking B-class coupe. These got 4x4s. I'm driving over roundabouts. I've come off the other end of it. I've just heard my wheel, innit? Bosh. I'm thinking, nah. Bruv, I've pulled over. Imagine this, I've pulled over. I'm pumping my wheel up. The police are driving past me like this. I'm like that. Nah, these man, I'm trying to ring these man now. I ain't even got the postcode to where we're at. I'm like, these men are taking a piss. I'm ringing everyone on Insta like, yo, someone needs to help me because I'm in the middle of nowhere. My tyre's blown, my car's fucked.
But you still got there.
I've got there, bro.
I never know you said that.
I will never lose an after party.
When we got to the front door, when we all got to the front door, he was with us.
Yeah, I know that. 2 hours in there.
Listening. He's gone through all of that, made up the time somehow, brought us up, and was with us. Man said to him, wow, fam.
No, shall I tell you the funny bit? I'll tell you the funny bit. No.
Chase.
He only told us when I said, Wiz, give me some weed. He said it's in the car.
Oh, but
I said, come in, go get the car.
He said, I can't go to my car. I can't go to my car. Why?
And then he told us
I'm going to take dinner.
That's about 2 hours, fam. 2 hours.
We've been in the yard for 2 hours. He can't even get us in.
I've gone to his car with him, he's all doing this. Wait 1 second. I said, what did you do, fam? He's like, yeah, so basically.
Oh, that was a good weekend, though.
That was
a fucking good weekend.
Good
fucking weekend.
Very good. Big up at Just E. We let him down that weekend.
Yeah. Sorry, Just.
Because that weekend, big up Just at the
Sorry. See, I didn't say we did, guys. See, you was with us.
So don't even try. You were with us. That was it. That was a good weekend.
Very, very nice.
Good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mad.
That's the story of whiskey, get me? So anyone, you need any advice?
So you good or bad? No.
He's good, man.
He's good.
Listen, I'm good.
I'm talking about he was a shit, innit? So
what?
He's good,
man. Whiskey, but we took chase the other day.
Hold on, I never took no chase.
This was 14 days ago. Maybe 3 weeks or something. Don't chat shit. Anyway, like I'm telling you, this is the life of which you need any advice or you want anything, just let man know. texting, what. When he's serious, we'll let him reply. You get me? Bam, done.
That's not coming.
Yeah?
Because that's another story I love old Bill.
That's another story, bro.
That's stand off a camera, bro. That was fuck, bro. He's gabbing about the iPhones.
What? No.
That's not for this show.
Yeah, that's not for this, bro. Me and Dan are gonna
We might have to say that one. That was a sick one. These are sick ones.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna say all of it.
Watch this. The boy is so sick. Someone tried to rob him.
No, it was they scammed. They tried to
scam him, innit?
They was in like
by phone.
Africa somewhere. They scammed. It was my fault, bro. You know what I'm saying? They tried to scam me. They didn't try. They scammed me. We sent the phones off in a thing down to Birmingham, and then we just got no money, bro. And I'm like, me and Dan are like, nah, we've been robbed, bro. I'm looking at him. I'm like, I better get these phones back, yeah? Because if I don't get these phones back...
Bro, he's doing this live on his Insta, you know?
Intercepted the
He's
fucking
intercepted the Royal Mail, bro.
Fucking thing, fam.
Before he passed
I've drove up there.
Yeah, go on.
Listen, I've gone to Royal Mail. Royal Mail were like, we can't stop anything that's in transit. I'm like, what? What do you mean you can't stop? I've been scammed. I've got no money. They've robbed me. Stop the fucking parcel. Nah, it's the Queen's service. She does it. Fucking idiot, bro. What kind of... This is your country. This is why people are sending parcels. Yeah. Kilos of cocaine through Royal Mail and you can't stop it. What kind of idiot? You're the Queen of the country, bro. You're telling me you can't stop a fucking parcel with 2 iPhones in it. So then they're like, you gotta ring the police. I said, man, don't ring police. I'm not a snitch. But furthermore, this is your iPhone. So yeah, I'm going to police station. Gone there. Listen, I need help. I don't talk to police. I've been robbed. I don't know what to do. Can you help me? They're like, we can't do nothing. So I'm like, if you can't do nothing, I'm driving to Birmingham. We advise you not to do that. I said, I advise you to ring Birmingham and tell them there's a crime scene in their area if I don't get these fucking phones back. So now 6 o'clock in the morning, Monday's come, bruv. I'm supposed to be going to work, bruv. I've had to say to Daniel, I'm not coming. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go post office. You go Birmingham. So I'm going Birmingham. I am on things. I'm not baiting myself. I'm on my own. I'm on things. I'm ready for war. I'm ready. Yeah,
bro. He's doing this live, bro. Every minute, like, yeah.
I'll get halfway down, and Dana rings me. He's like, Puff, I've just gone to the post office. I've got the phones. Man's already. I'm there. 10 minutes from Birmingham.
What? Wait there. How did?
So he's gone to the shop in the morning. He's waiting there. The shop opens at 8. He's waiting at 6. So he's making sure that when someone walks into that building, he's nabbing them. He's gone. Luckily, he's gone in. He said, I sent some phones off. Is it still there? He told him I've been scammed, and they remembered him. You know what I'm saying? But they shouldn't have really given them back, but they did. But I'm already in Birmingham. I've stopped. I've got Costa coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've drove.
You did a day of work?
No, but I drove. I went straight to work. You know what I'm saying? With a little story, bro. It's just a nice little drive to Birmingham. Was that? But no, it was mad, bro. But then listen, I've bred them. You see them geezers? Yeah, because the geezer's name was Richard Smith. Yeah, posing as some white geezer. When I'm talking about the money, I said, give me your number. I've rung him. It's an African guy. I said, you don't sound like Richard. I said, you don't sound like a Richard. He said, I am a Richard. I said, you do not sound like a fucking Richard. I said, no, that's it now. So now I've sent him the picture of me with the phones. He's like, have you got the parcels? I said, I've got the fucking parcels. You ain't getting no fucking, you tried to rob the rob. But still to this day, bro, I can show you, bro. Every single fucking week, I send him voice notes. I abuse him.
He's still your mate.
You know what? Yeah, listen, watch this. I'm gonna show you this now. Yeah, listen. Watch this, bro. Look. Just so you know I'm not lying. Yeah, look at this. Lazy Richard Smith. Yeah. Let's work together, man, so you can make money. I said, hi. He said, what's your WhatsApp number so we can talk on WhatsApp? I said, my number is 079, suck your mum, I've got your phones. Like I'm saying, bro, but they're doing this left, right, centre. They just tried to do the wrong person. There's no way that, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. If someone nicked an apple off me, I'm getting it back. I'm not allowing no one to.
Not for me over there,
Yeah, to be fair, bro.
100% fat shit. Can't done this.
Real shit, no
Real
flies.
shit, no flies. Man, them, hit the subscribe thing, fam.
Yeah.
And the like and all of that shit.
Like all them things.
Make sure, fam.
Add me up as well, Mr. Whiskin, or my record label, the Underground Series Records.
Come on.
Big shout out to
All
him
of
for
that.
getting me on the
At
show
UG
as well.
Rossi,
You get me?
at OG Bobcat. Real shit, no flies. Come on.
And we out. When we out Saturday?
drinking, bro?
Wait, we out Saturday.
You know what? Listen, I know I'm from the.
We're out Saturday, innit?
Yeah, we're at the hub.
Yeah, he's got a hub. He's at the hub on Saturday.
Yeah, but this video is probably gonna come out after, no?
What?
Yeah, it's better if it comes out after the video.
Yeah, but so how's people gonna buy tickets when we've already done the event?
Oh, what do you mean? You're there all the time.
Man's trying to move that piece.
One second, you're there all the time, though. Wait, you're there all the time?
What? No. I'm done after Christmas, bro. It's Christmas. No more raves, bro. We're going into a lockdown, innit? So
Yeah.
the illegal
Oh,
thing.
yeah, but
stay on my
if
page.
you're there
If we've got, no, I'm not in there every week. That's just a one-off event. But listen, don't worry about lockdown.
But for you,
anyone wants to
listen,
rave.
you lot like and subscribe to Ting Fam.
Yeah.
Promote the Ting Fam.
Done.
Don't be shy, it's free. Don't cost no peace.